And you know what time it is? It's time for KP's Video News. KP's Video News, y'all. KP's Video News, y'all.
Throwing him a curve. Throwing him a curve today.
Right.
Throwing him a slider. That's right. I'm throwing curves and sliders and sinker balls and all that today. KP's Video News, and I'm back. That's right. I'm back, folks. It's been a while. Yeah, I guess it's been, I don't know, has it been a month yet? I think that last video I did was, well, I did my couple of music videos, but I haven't done a news video in some time now. So, today I felt kind of, excited about this weekend, because this weekend I really, truly wanted to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because, they're having the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre, and they had a lot of things going on, a lot of things planned in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you young people don't know anything about that, or maybe some older people too, it was like 1921? They had a race massacre. It wasn't a riot, it was a massacre. Black people were killed and murdered by whites in this particular area of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They called the Black Wall Street, where it was like a lot of black businesses, banks, you name it, man. Black people owned that whole entire area. And for some reason, this particular situation got out of hand, and a lot of people lost their lives. So this is the 100-year anniversary of that, and it's coming up. So I've been I'm gonna do a story on that Monday, because that's when it started on the 31st of May. So I'm gonna come back, but leading up to this, I have to go and do this story right here, because this is some information that people might need. And it says, like, a lot of white supremacist groups could attack the Tulsa Race Massacre events. And so the Department of Homeland Security is throwing this warning out there. There's a real good possibility that these sick-minded people might decide to attack this 100-year celebration in Tulsa. So be aware, keep your eyes open, and whatever you do, you got to have your protection with you. Got to have it with you. Anyway, Monday will mark 100 years since the Tulsa Race Massacre destroyed Black Wall Street. Monday is the 31st of May, and several events will take place over the coming week, including a visit by President Joe Biden. So it says also white supremacists could target the commemorative events in a racially charged attacks. And that's what the Department of Homeland Security warned. So, so Department of Homeland Security has warned that the white supremacist group might target events commemorating it. And we assess those upcoming commemoration events associated with the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre in Oklahoma probably are attractive targets to some racially or ethnically motivated, violent extremist white supremacists to commit violence. And this is a quote from the Department of Homeland Security. And it was a memo. And the memo did not mention any specific events. But Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin said that his forces have plans in place to ensure a Tuesday visit by President Joe Biden goes smoothly. And we're going to be hopefully over-prepared. And I want a bunch of policemen working. And my hope is none of them have to take any action, but we are prepared if need be. And that's what he stated during a press conference, and that was Police Chief Wendell Franklin. Franklin also stated that the public should remain vigilant throughout the weekend and should report sightings of unattended packages in large vans in odd places. If anyone sees anything suspicious across the city, report that, he added. And so you got a lot of young entrepreneurs actually rebuilding Tulsa's Black Wall Street. So anyway, about 1,500 people, take that back, 15,000 people are expected to attend commemorative events over the coming weekend, and the Department of Homeland Security said there will be a candlelight vigil and a prayer wall dedication event, according to Oklahoma news, local news, and a nationally televised Remember and Rise event scheduled for Monday, featuring John Legend and Stacey Abrams. Well, the nationally televised, that show that was scheduled for Monday has been canceled. And the organizer said the cancellation was due to unexpected circumstances with entertainment and speakers. The Tulsa Race Massacre saw mobs of white residents attack black residents and businesses in the Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. Somewhere between 30 and 300 people died, mostly black people, and the massacre destroyed more than 35 square blocks of the wealthiest black community in the United States at that time. And it has been referred to as the single worst incident of racial violence in American history. And that's according to Oklahoma Historical Society. So, I mean, this was a tragic, man. I'm going to really get into that. I'm going to get into the whole story on Monday. You know, I'm just giving you that information right there. And this is a lead up to that. But going from that story, I'm going to the next story, and it's related. And it says, you know, you got a lot of young entrepreneurs that are rebuilding Tulsa. Tulsa's, you know, booming Black Wall Street. They're trying to rebuild it. You know, they're trying to rebuild it, man. So, you know, it's like pretty good. Pretty good situation, man. They're trying to do what they got to do. Trying to do what they got to do. And I'm like, hey, man, young people really trying to get their heads right, man. Trying to do what they got to do. You know, and it's like, hey, I'm just excited. You know, excited that these young people, man, are really, you know, just got their heads on straight enough to even think about trying to do something on that level. So, just, you know, that's another good thing that's going on. And actually on Monday, I'm gonna bring that story as well. However, I'm gonna read this next story here, and it's, you know, it has something to do with the history. This is Black History lesson. Black history is every day. It's not just in February. So, black people invented Memorial Day. This is lead up to Memorial Day. I'm gonna do a thing on Memorial Day too. This Memorial Day, coincidentally, is the same day that the Tulsa Massacre started. Anyway, Memorial Day, formerly known as Decoration Day, was originally started by a group of African Americans. And the History Channel and many credible historians have confirmed that the popular holiday was, in fact, initially an event held by newly liberated blacks in Charleston, South Carolina. And it happened on May 1st, 1865, right after the Civil War ended. Thousands of newly freed slaves and regiments of U.S. colored troops gathered to march around a Confederate Army prison camp in honor of the famed fallen Union soldiers who had fought for their freedom. Also in attendance were thousands of black women and children who reportedly sang hymns and carried flowers, wreaths, and crosses. And then the holiday was whitewashed. So it said, years later, African Americans were suddenly erased from the story by white Democrats after regaining control of state politics at the end of Reconstruction. Yes, that's right. A day originally celebrated black liberation was now being utilized for white supremacy, and it apparently all started from an 1865 article that was published in the Charleston Daily Courier that tried to discredit the facts. After discovering that news article, many historians have agreed that after being freed, one of the first things this group of African Americans did was gather to pay tribute to those who died while fighting for freedom. Sadly, you usually don't hear that part of the story. And according to liberationschool.org, the spirit of the first Decoration Day, the struggle for black liberation, and the fight against racism has unfortunately been whitewashed by the modern Memorial Day. So Decoration Day. So hey, that's Decoration Day for us. That's the holiday we should be celebrating. Decoration Day, which is the same time as Memorial Day. We also have Juneteenth that we need to be celebrating in June next month. Then we also have Martin Luther King's birthday, and then we got my birthday. So hey, we got to start celebrating our own stuff and stop following people and stop trying to, well, I just want to, I wonder why they don't want us to be over there. Stop crying and stop complaining about why other people don't want you to be part of their stuff, and start celebrating your own stuff. That's what you need to do. Start celebrating everything that you have created, because you have participated and you have built. This country was built on your back. It was built on your backs, on your work, your hard work, and your sacrifice to this country. But they want to erase all of the history of your sacrifices here in this country, just like they're trying to rewrite history right now in the history books. They want to eliminate the slavery part, all the slavery part about the United States, and they're trying to rewrite that to where the slavery won't even exist in the history books going forward. They're working on that right now as we speak. So you participated, you helped build this country. You black people built the whole entire city of Washington, D.C., designed it and built it. So it's like, yeah, you had to took a big part in this country, and so hey, we got to take pride in our history, and that's where the story goes. Our story, not his story.
It's time for what?
Curveball.
KP Video News, y'all.
Curveball. Sinker.
KP Video.
Sinker ball. Fastball.